Good morning.
If you're enjoying my content here, I think you're going to love what I have over on my Patreon. Just for $5, you can get access to over 600 videos and live streams that are exclusive to my Patreon community. Plus, every single month, I'm uploading an extra 8 brand new videos and doing 8 live streams just for my patrons. Remember, that's about 16 extra pieces of content every month. And don't worry, I'll still be posting regularly on YouTube, TikTok, Instagram, and everywhere else. But if you want even more content and deeper connection with our community, my Patreon is the place to be. So if you want to support the channel and get a ton of extra content, head over to my Patreon and join us.
Good morning. Can you say hello? Good morning. She's usually so happy in the mornings, but she's so like, what the heck is this big camera doing in my face? She says, no flash photography. Yeah, she's so distracted. I honestly think she has to poop right now, and I think she's trying to work that out, so I don't think she's in the mood to be on camera. Right, honey? Oh, yeah, she's definitely working that out, so I'm going to let her figure that part out. Good morning. You're not camera shy at all. You thrive on the camera. Kappa, every single morning, needs his wet food. He literally screams at us until he gets it. So, we have his wet food. He loves Canadian duck, apparently. It's his favorite thing. So, we're going to give him some of that. And he's going to go to town. Also, really weird side note. Did you guys know that you're supposed to clean the water line in your fridge? So if your refrigerator gives out water, you're supposed to be cleaning that apparently every 6 months. So I basically just did that, and you'll see they say to kind of look for any I don't know if it's sediment or whatever you want to call it, or calcium buildup or whatever. I basically had to shut the water line off, and you put vinegar on the highest point so that gravity does the work, because obviously the water pressure, there's no water pressure because it's not connected to the water anymore. So you disconnect the water, put the water line into vinegar, and run it through the refrigerator, and it will clean the line out. Or you could probably just replace the line, but that actually seems like way more work. But yeah, apparently you're supposed to do that. And, sorry, one more thing. There's a vent at the back of your fridge, especially if you have animals, cats, dogs, whatever, anything with hair. You need to go back there, pull the fridge out, and look at the vent. Ours, I had no idea that was even a thing. Fridge was working harder than it needed to be, and you need to vacuum it out because it will be covered in hair. So do those two things. You're supposed to do them, but I didn't know that.
My hair is officially all over the kitchen. Yes, we have to vacuum and mop, but my hair is literally everywhere in this house.
Okay, so I'm currently making Karlee a little snack plate because Lavender's napping on her. She can't get up. The one thing she always likes on the snack plates are beets. Me personally, I'm not very picky, but these are really disgusting to me. Pickled beets were Karlee's pregnancy craving. It smells like dirt, seriously. It actually smells like dirt. It just smells gross, so she wants me to try one.
Go with an open mind.
To be fair, I haven't tried them in a long time. She's actually putting 2 disgusting things on this plate. One of them are olives. I hate olives. Not great at all, especially green ones. How many olives do you want?
3.
Gross. I'm gonna put a little one in my mouth.
That's what I do every night.
I hope they can't hear this. Okay, so here's the gross ass beet. This is disgusting. Still smells like dirt. It smells like fucking formaldehyde or some shit.
It smells like mold.
Okay, it smells like mold because like these are delicious. When it smells like mold, like that shouldn't even be in the same sentence. Anyway, smelling, boom, taste test.
They're not that bad.
Okay. Oh fuck. No, there's nothing good about that actually.
They're sweet.
Oh. So my very real rating is probably 2 out of 10.
Shut up.
Honest to God, one of the worst things I've ever put in my mouth.
And you've put a lot in your mouth.
No. But anyway, that's disgusting. If you like beets, comment down below, then I can judge you. And yeah, those are gross. Olives too, they're both gross. So And I'm pretty well, I eat everything. Like, really. I'll eat most things, but those two things just, they don't fly. I made a face on it, but I don't want to tip the plate. But I think you could see, oh, there goes the nose. Anyway, I gotta fix that. So there's Doritos, olives, beets, cucumber, celery, carrot, pepper, za'atar, and hummus. And cheese, baby barbecue cheese. So hopefully it's not as gross as all the stuff on here. Just kidding. Everything else on here is really good, minus those two things. Everything else is good.
So I don't know where this is going to be in the vlog, but we're going to do a little Q&A, get ready with me, because I feel like I do Q&As mostly on Patreon, but I don't do them very frequently over here on YouTube. And I feel like I forget that like sometimes people just have questions that they want answered. We're doing Good Molecules sunscreen. I love Good Molecules. I also have the CeraVe one, but it doesn't sit well under makeup. The CeraVe one I use when I am not putting makeup on. Okay, so let's do the first question is, what's one thing you found most difficult in the new postpartum era? So it really depends on month by month. So the first month I had a really hard time finding a routine. It was really hard. Me and Josh are very routine oriented. We do things the same way. Like we have specific days where we do laundry, specific days where we wash the bed sheets, specific days where we do meal prepping. We have certain tasks that each of us do. So like he takes care of the garbage and the recycle. He starts the dishwasher every night. I make the coffee. Like I set the coffee machine for the next day. So we have very like routine lives, right? And when you throw a baby in the mix who does not have a routine because they don't sleep the same, they don't eat the same, their days, some days she might be fussy, some days she might be fine. That was very hard for us. So that was the most difficult, but I would say after the first month, we kind of get into a good routine. She is very predictable with when she's going to go to sleep and when she wakes up. She always goes to bed between 8 and 10, and then she always wakes up between 7 and 10. I will say that the most difficult thing now, I would say, is, I don't know, honestly, I have a really good postpartum experience because I have a lot of help from Josh. Josh is like a very hands-on dad and husband, and so I really get a lot of help that a lot of women do not get, and I'm very, very lucky for that. And obviously I work from home and I'm able to incorporate her in my job, so I'm able to hold her while I'm live. I'm able to record what we're doing and make an income. The worst thing is just finding time for yourself, I guess. Finding time for myself postpartum is probably the hardest. What's something you think keeps you and Josh's marriage so healthy? So I know a lot of people like to think that we are putting on a show or we're bluffing. Now, if you're over on Patreon, you see us bicker in real time. And that's literally the extent of our arguments. I know people want the drama and they want to think that we have an unhealthy relationship behind closed doors, but we really don't. And I'm gonna say it's because of Josh, because I have an attitude. I think we have a good balance, and I think that's why we have a healthy relationship. So he's very joking. So if I'm like cranky, he makes a joke and it breaks the ice. Or if I'm snappy with him, he's like, Karlee, like just shut up and go eat. Or he'll like be like, go eat something or go have a nap. And it makes me calm down. So I would just say that we balance each other out, and that's kind of why we work so well, because he's very patient. We joke a lot, I think, which really helps. How many living kids do you want, and how far apart in age? I know Josh said no more. Josh is really dramatic because I know for a fact we're gonna have more kids. Well, God willing, we have more kids. I would say I want 3 living children, but I think he just wants max 2. But I feel like having children are one of those things that kind of change as the years go on. Or what sounds good to me is like to have a second living baby when she is like 2.5, so that by the time the 10 months go by when I'm pregnant, she'll be closer to 3.5. Are you planning on doing the time capsule from when you were younger? Yes, I definitely feel like I need to do that video. I don't know why I haven't. I don't know if I just forgot because I was pregnant or like what. I'm going to be reacting to me reacting. Are you going to share your birth story? I did over on Patreon. I will say though, my birth story is pretty uneventful, and if you watched my vlog, that's basically the story. I got my Foley balloon, I got Pitocin, I got an epidural, I gave birth. Like there was no crazy events, there was no water breaking that like I had to rush to the hospital. It was all like scheduled, and it literally If you watch the vlog, that's the story. There is nothing that's like crazy. If you guys do want like a sit down birth story, I can do it. I've already done it over on Patreon, but you're really not missing out on anything. There's nothing crazy that happened. This is really hard to do my makeup without a mirror in front of me. I don't know why I thought this was a good idea. Did the epidural hurt? I'm going to give birth in 2 weeks and I'm nervous. No, I would say like it was pressure, but I don't think it hurt. Nothing compared to contractions. I've had a natural birth and an epidural birth, and I 100% am on the side of an epidural birth. I also had a Pitocin birth and a non-Pitocin birth, and I will say that the non-Pitocin contractions hurt less than the Pitocin contractions. It's worth it. That's my point. My point is that the epidural is 100% worth it. I needed to get stitches. I had like a little tiny tear after giving birth, and luckily I was numb for that. Why choosing homeschooling for Lavender? By the way, I love you. So I would love to homeschool, but I'm not 100% on it just because I do want her to get the social aspect. And I know there's other ways to get social. Like I can easily like put her in sports or like some community things. But I don't know, right now I want to homeschool, but again, that might change. A lot of these things are hypotheticals. And I think me and Josh have come to terms with the fact that we will most likely homeschool the first like maybe 2 years. And then if she ever expresses that she wants to go to school, obviously I'm going to let her go to school. How did you meet your husband, and were you scared of those tattoos? No, I was not scared of the tattoos, and I've known him actually for a long time, since grade school. We had a lot of mutual friends. We have a very small city, and if you have a good social life, you kind of know everyone in the city. Like you didn't have to go to high school or school with people to know the other people. So we've known each other and about each other for many years. Like since probably we were 13, 14 maybe. I would say even 12. And I was definitely not scared of the tattoos because I knew who he was, and he's like a really... How did you stay positive during trying to conceive? Honestly, I would say that watching other people's stories that did succeed really helped me, and then looking at statistics really helped. So like looking at women who are my age with endometriosis doing IVF and the success rate, I think that really helped me. And honestly, leaning on God helped a lot, and knowing that everything is his timing. And clearly everything is his timing, because it was a miracle that I got pregnant and I have a healthy baby girl, and like what else can I ask for, you know? How do you find pumping? I'm assuming they're asking like my opinion on like how I like it. I am not a full-time pumper. I actually exclusively breastfeed her unless I am away from her and Josh needs to give her food. Obviously he gives her a bottle of my pumped breast milk. I only pump because I'm engorged and I am an overproducer, so I have to release it somehow, especially in the mornings. I always pump like 7 to 10 ounces with her eating all night in the morning. She doesn't eat. Sometimes I can pump up to like 20 ounces in the middle of the night. I'm not an exclusive pumper, and I truthfully don't think I ever could be. If you were an exclusive pumper, props to you. No matter how you feed your baby, it is a pain, like no matter what you do. And props to you, bottle feed, formula feed, breastfeed, pumping, whatever. I will just say that I am not mentally strong enough to pump. It's a lot of commitment, a lot of work, and a lot of dishes. And it was not for me. Do you sleep train? I don't really know much about it, to be honest. I don't know. I think it's like when you put them in their crib and then you kind of just like leave them, right? You can obviously assist them. Like if they're crying, you can be over there. You can kind of comfort them like while they're still in the crib. But no, I do not sleep train. Let her nurse to sleep. I rock her to sleep. I probably should sleep train. Will you let Lavender try purees at 4 months, or do baby-led weaning at 6 months, or both? I'm not doing either of those. I'm not giving her purees at 4 months, and I'm not doing baby-led weaning at 6 months. I'm going to do purees at 6 months. And listen, no matter how you feed, and there's a lot of methods on how to introduce foods to your baby, and whatever works for you and your family is what works. Personally, I am too anxiety ridden to do baby-led weaning. I want it to be a fun experience for me, her trying new foods, and I don't want to have to sit there being filled with anxiety thinking she's choking every second. That's just the reality of what I don't want to do. I want it to be an enjoyable, fun experience, and so I will be doing purees until I feel like she's ready for solid foods, and probably just slowly introduce textures. And I'm not introducing purees at 4 months. I am introducing it at 6. What are some habits you've changed to become healthier? Well, I've been working out for the past 3 years, and I will say working out, why does my blush look so weird on camera? I will say working out overall makes me choose healthier foods and healthier options. Yeah, I would say just most of my habits are just working out and making an effort to have a fruit or vegetable with each meal. And that's it. I don't overdo it. Okay, I said last question, but this is going to be the last question. Do you think Lavender looks more like you or Josh? Definitely Josh. She's Josh's twin. I will say in photos or from like her side profile, I definitely see me. I also think she looked more like me when she was born, and the older she gets, she looks more like Josh. Definitely Josh for sure. Who knows, maybe when she gets older she'll look more like me. I have no idea. I just think she's the most perfect thing ever, but I'm biased because I'm her mother. So yeah, thank you guys so much for watching, and let's get back to the vlog. We're about to go to a store called Amazing Bins. I've been to it in a vlog before, and it's basically where you do a bunch of Amazon returns, and every day they have like different prices for stuff. And I think the closer to restock day, the cheaper it is, so they can clear stuff out before the new stuff comes in. And then when the new stuff comes in, the price goes back higher. So like say if their stuff comes in on Friday, it'd be like 25 bucks. And then by Thursday next week, things are like $1.50 because they need to get rid of them. So today I think is like a cheaper kind of day. I think it might be $6 per item. And I'm trying to find some like good toys for her because I don't want to spend like $40 on a toy that she might play with for like a week or not at all. You know how many toys I've seen kids like just not play with? So that's what we're gonna do. We're building her a playroom downstairs in our living room. I would like it to be up here. It's just not practical. Our living room is pretty tiny. We do have like a little tummy time thing there, a swing there, but it's not big enough to put like a whole play area. I mean, another option is to get rid of the coffee table and build like a play area. We could do that, but I don't know. What do you think? What? No, I feel like inside of, no, I feel like inside of the thing is too much. I was saying we could build the playroom downstairs, or we get rid of the coffee table and put the fence there. Well, just somewhere until that's gone. Because realistically, we're going to want to go downstairs every day to play with her. And that TV is so big, I don't want her looking at that TV.
Absolutely not.
Right.
We will not go downstairs. And
we could just get rid of the table and use this carpet and put a little playpen and then fill it with toys.
True.
I don't know what that is.
I don't know either, but that's annoying, and I love this shirt.
This shirt is awesome. It's from a Christian company called Ryan and Rose. And I have a coupon code for you guys, so you guys can check it out down below. I have a bunch of stuff also that I got from them that I'll share in the next vlog.
This was unintentional. This was not
yeah,
part of the
it wasn't.
video.
And it's not sponsored either.
No, this was... Anyway, I think this would be fine. The only... I mean, there's not really an issue. I already said I didn't want the coffee table here anymore because I like the big open space, but it's not practical. So guys, we just got back. We didn't vlog anything, but we just got back. We went to Walmart. So we had this fan dilemma, like a pedestal fan, where you like, obviously it stays on the ground and you, anyway, people sleep with a fan, you know what I'm talking about. And so we had one and it just died. The one night we turned it on and it just, you hear the motor going, but the fans weren't, the blades weren't spinning. And then we started to smell like burning. So we're like, okay, we're not doing that no more. So we bought another one, actually the same one, because we really like the fan. We brought it home, I put it together, we plugged it in, and it had like this weird plasticky smell that the other one never had. And our first thought was like, okay, something's wrong with this outlet, where it's like putting maybe too much electricity to the plug and it's causing the motor to overheat or something. No, tried it in every outlet, it stunk. So returned it. We went and returned it today. I bought another fan last night on my way home from my parents' house and put that together already. That fan is amazing. Then we went to like this bin store. So I don't know if everywhere has these. It's like the Amazon return centers. So you go in and they have a bunch of return packages and they're really cheap. But there was honestly nothing there that we thought we needed or that we even wanted. So we came home and we are, honestly, today is a very chill day. I feel like we're kind of caught up on everything that we need to do. And right now I'm having lunch. So we used to have these veggie sandwiches. every day. Then we stopped, but now we've reintroduced them. So it has tomato, onion, lettuce, Havarti jalapeno cheese, mayo, Italian dressing, and that's it. So it's really good on a bun or bread, and then grapes on the side. So I'm gonna eat it.